Hey everybody, Dan Hominem here, and just for everybody who subscribed for the geography content, that's returning soon. But for now, we have another video on my Conlang, and that is Darzaf. This is episode 1, Introduction to Kapsap. As stated in the last video, Darzaf and Kapsap are still in development. This is the color coding system I'm using to show how likely different features shown in this video are to change in the future. However, if colored text is shown in bold, that means it is part of a translation and the feedback rules do not apply. These are colored to show which words directly translate. What is Kapsap? Kapsap is a simplified version of Darzaf created with the goal of being incredibly quick to learn with a high degree of flexibility. However, it's at the cost of precision. Phonology. Kapsap has 6 consonants and 3 vowels, though it's kind of 7 and 4. The consonants are P, T, S, K, M, N. The vowels are A, I, U. Sometimes the letters Y and are written, but these are only to aid in pronouncing adjacent vowels or consonants. They do not change the meaning of a word. Consonants next to each other have an sound between them, and vowels next to each other have a Y sound between them. These are the most common sounds in global languages. Orthography. A writing system for Kapsap and Darzaf is complete, but is not digitized at this time. For now, the Latin alphabet is used when typing. Darzaf is written using an alphabet to ensure every sound is written and read. It will also have a logograph option, though that has not been started. Kapsap will be compatible with all major scripts, as will Darzaf with some modifications. This means you can write and type Darzaf with Latin, Cyrillic, katakana, etc. Though keep in mind, this will be somewhat context sensitive as no one can read every script. This is an accommodation, not a standard. Basics of Kapsap. Kapsap is a group of roughly 150 root words that can be used and modified to communicate. These roots were randomly generated to ensure linguistic neutrality. Roots will use a one-letter vowel suffix to indicate part of speech. A for adjectives and adverbs, E for verbs, and U for nouns. Word order. Kapsap's word order is subject, verb, object. I chose this word order so that the subject and object cannot be confused, as the verb is between them. Subjects and objects are not marked and rely on strict word order. Avoid indirect objects in Kapsap. Use a second sentence instead. Example, Kiyu sipi mitu means I like food. Topic comment structure. I want to integrate topic comment because a lot of languages use that by default instead of subject predicate. I'm going to want some help with this, but this is what I'm doing, at least for now. It is worth mentioning, I know American Sign Language which uses this, but I'm still not familiar enough with this topic to have confidence with saying that the system will work well. If you would like to use a topic comment structure, this can be done as well. Place the topic as the first word of the sentence, then pause briefly before continuing the sentence. Pausing ensures the subject and object of the sentence are clear, as the nouns are next to each other in this structure. Example, mitu, kiyu sipi, food, I like. Root words. Root words are 2 or 3 letters long and have a vowel placed at the end to mark the part of speech. Root words are never used on their own and must always be marked with a vowel. Example, miti, to eat. Mita, culinary. Mitu, food. Inverting a root word gives the opposite, usually, meaning. Examples, newt is love, while tune is hate. Seek is clean, while kis is dirty. Soup is hot, while poos is cold. Compounding. Sometimes a Kapsap root isn't descriptive enough, even with an adjective. In these cases, you can create Kapsap compounds. These work by taking the most important word of the compound and then adding describing words. Then, at the end, adding the part of speech marker. Example, snowball is mamupusu. Compound words in Kapsap can get very long. Try to keep things simple or switch to Darzaf if you need something more specific. Names and proper nouns. Foreign names are always tricky and every language has its own rules, especially if the language marks nouns like Kapsap. In Kapsap, foreign names are marked with the U before the name unless it is clear from context. Example, my name is Daniel. would be written as I have name, it is Daniel. Kiu nani pasu, u I u Daniel. This alternatively can be said u I Daniel, as it is obvious in this context that I am introducing myself. Possessives. As seen in the last slide, possessives are different in Kapsap than in English and most languages. In Kapsap, there are no words for my, your, his, etc. Instead, you would use two sentences, like this. My pet drinks water would be written as I have animal, it drinks water. Kiu nani nusu, u miti kupu. Cases, conjugations, etc. No. Okay, jokes aside, Kapsap does not use features such as verb conjugations or markings for plural, case, gender, tense, etc. What's next? Part 2 will be a lesson on the core Kapsap roots.